This is Vision 2015. Today I want to cover 5 tips for successful strategic planning. Tip number 5 on how you can make your strategic planning actually work. Involve your people. Okay? My friends at 417 Magazine. By the way, you can find anything on the internet. I Googled owner of 417 Magazine juggling, and I found Gary Whitaker juggling on the internet. I figured, as business owners, we all juggle, right? We juggle a lot of things that are going on, right? And this is Gary Whitaker from 417 Magazine juggling. We've got Logan and Dylan here. You guys can wave. Hi. I told you 15 minutes to talk, right? No, we won't hand it over. You're okay. 30 minutes is probably better. Well, everyone knows 417 Magazine, terrific product, great company out there, growing in our community, just fantastic, does lots of things for us. Gary wants to get his team involved, right? Logan and Dylan want to get their team involved. They want to get their employees involved. They want to get them into the game. They want their buy-in because they see what happens on a day-to-day basis and they want them to be part of that. Because the company's going to be bigger from them because someday Gary's going to step away, right? And if you're not thinking about what's going to happen on your transition, that's something else to think about strategically, right? Someday you're not going to want to do what you're doing today. So you're going to want to get your people more involved. So what they did was they started launching these step teams that we talked about. And these step teams engage employee-led teams to take key strategic steps in the company. They have employees that are coming together that are talking about all kinds of ways to improve 417 Magazine. They're looking at the internal structure. They're looking at the products that they deliver. They're looking at how they deliver those products. They're doing all these different things, and their employees are all in on it. And by engaging and impacting those employees, they're getting buy-in to those improvements. Now, why does that work? Why does that work? Here's the brain guy again, okay? People resist things they are told to do. Did you know that? Anyone here have kids? Right? Your kids will resist. If you go home and you tell your kids, I want you to eat this chocolate cake, your kids will go, really? Yeah, some of you are like, mine will probably eat the chocolate cake too, but initially they'll be like, why? What are you trying to tell me? We are hardwired to resist what other people tell us to do. We want to be autonomous. We want to have choices in what we do. So whenever you have employees that are out there and you go to them, you could give them the most brilliant strategic plan ever created, and you could tell them, here's exactly what you need to do, and they're going to look at you and go, really? Are you sure? Because here's how we do it, right? We lock ourselves into this conference room and we emerge with this great plan, right? Because we're energized, we're excited, right? If you've ever had a really good strategic planning session, it's energizing. You've got this great vision on paper, and you emerge from the conference room like this, like with Moses, right? And you raise it up on high, and you're like, everyone follow me. This is the strategic plan. Everyone will follow the strategic plan. And what did the employees do? Like, okay, whatever. You've got 500 unread emails. You better get back to work, right? Right? This doesn't work. You need to engage your people in the plan. Let them help you with it. They should be helping you drive it, right? With clients that we've seen that have had this process in for a while, what's really cool about it is that the executives are thinking they know what exactly the direction is going to be, and there are employees that are coming up and saying, hey, did you think about this? No, we did not think about this. Is this important? Yes, this is important. We had an organization trying to improve sales. We need to improve sales, said the executive team. Good idea. So they decided to hire a sales manager. They went to the sales staff and said, hey, would you like a sales manager? And the salespeople said, no, thank you. Because salespeople don't like to be managed or confined in any way, right? They want to be out and selling things. And they said, well, we need to sell more. And the salespeople said, well, that's not new to us. We've heard this before. We want to sell more too. So we launched a step team saying, let's look at our sales and how can we sell more? And the sales team pulled together and they said, let's really look at this. Let's really explore this. And they started asking themselves about their product. Their product is a little bit more expensive than the competitors. And their salespeople didn't know why. Hello? What? Your product is more expensive than the competition, but you're not exactly sure why? We should probably explore that. So they started talking to their customers after they were closed, and they started finding out that their product actually is better than their competition by a lot, by way more than that price is. Their value is way higher than what that price is. And they started believing it differently, and they started going out and they started selling it differently. And this was a company that historically had seen 3 or 4% sales growth per year. They started seeing double-digit growth after that year. Is it a good idea to grow sales? Yes. As an executive team, can you just come up with that idea and launch it? No. You have to get your people involved. That's the power of engagement. People resist things that they are told to do. Another really great story is we work with a client that they wanted to do email marketing. Email marketing works, right? Email marketing works, right? Everyone's here, right? Everyone here probably got an email from us. Email marketing works really, really well. They wanted to collect, it's a retail establishment, they wanted to collect emails from people as they came in, right? So that they could email them out, because when they leave the store, you've lost control of them. And the owner kept coming back and saying, make sure you collect these emails, make sure you collect these emails. And the teams kept going, yeah, okay, we'll collect the emails, and they didn't collect the emails. They had like 10 emails collected in a month. So we came in and we did a step team, and one of the step teams, one of the key objectives is we have to grow sales. Here's where the sales are, and their sales are actually declining. It was during the bad economy, and they said, we need to turn this thing around or we're in trouble. And they had that conversation with their employees. And the employees said, boy, we need to increase sales. Well, how can we do that? And we had a conversation amongst a team of people on the floor, and they told us, they said, boy, one of the most frustrating things that happens is they come in and they almost buy something, and then they leave, and we lose control of them. It's so frustrating. And one of them says, you know what? Maybe we should collect their email address. And the owner just about fell off the chair. I've been telling you to collect this email address, right? I've been telling you to do this. But she didn't. She sat quietly and let them have the conversation. Well, how can we collect the email address? And they talked through it, and they came up with this system. And in about 2 weeks, they collected over 300 email addresses. And they started not only collecting them, but it's not really collecting them that grows sales. It's reaching out to the email addresses afterwards. They started coming up with ways to reach out in their own little campaigns to hit those email addresses. And they came up with a system for making sure that they knew when people were getting hit. And they were hitting them individually. So if you came and you talked to me, I could email you 3 weeks later with something about that product that you were looking at. Very, very powerful. Did sales increase? Absolutely. They were up 30% this year. Okay? Engage your employees. They're resisting you if you don't. Okay, so we've talked about our 5 tips to improve your strategic planning. Location, 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 right? Lighten up. Do I need to shoot anybody? Anybody else want to be? I won't shoot anybody else. Outside insight, plan to act and involve your people, right? This is how you do strategic planning. But wait, there's more. How did you know, Gene? That's amazing. There's more. Bonus tip. You guys want a bonus tip? You're here, right? Yeah. So here's the bonus tip for how you can really improve strategic planning. Are you ready for this one? This is going to be good. You got your pen all ready to go, don't you? You're like ready to write that. You may need a new sheet of paper. Go ahead, we'll wait.
I'm good.
No, you're good? Okay, we'll just keep going then. Great. You need to partner with an expert. I don't know who does that. Is this a shameless plug? No, again, it's not, because I have the microphone. You really do need to partner with an expert, and here's why you need to partner with an expert, and this is why this is so important. Because option 1, you can go out and you can spend your limited time and resources trying to perfect an effective strategic planning process that you just learned from today. You can go out and you can read books on it, you can go to seminars on this, and you can try to spend all your time learning about this stuff, right? Option 2 is you can instead invest in a partner that's going to walk you through this with their expertise so that you spend your time and your resources executing the plan. See the difference? It's a huge, huge difference. You need to have a partner that's going to walk with you, and not just somebody that comes in on a one-time basis. We partner with companies that we work with. We partner with it. We have long-term relationships with our clients, and we value those long-term relationships. And the reason that we can do that is because it's not about one interaction. It's about all the interactions that we have. It's about ongoing success. It's about you not just taking and seeing a little bit of results. It's not about you just getting your people together for a short period of time and getting them really, really excited and rah-rahed up, and you get strategic planning shirts and things that you create while you do your strategic planning sessions. It's about making results on your bottom line. Right? You need to partner with an expert. And you need to choose wisely, because you'd be in a really, really great company of companies that have partnered with experts. And these are just a few of the ones that we've worked with. And there's a lot more than this that's even on this list. So you'd be in great company, right? Because this is a great list of clients. So your success awaits.